We're live.
Okay, it shows up on my phone, but here, let me hit this again. It's not showing up on here. There it is. Alright.
No one's here. Ooh, there's a that's weird when we move, but we're not moving.
It's a delay is what it is. So.
Oh, one person's there.
Me.
Two people are there.
Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer P.
Hello.
We'll officially get started in a couple minutes.
Yeah, about 2 minutes.
Yeah. We just wanted to make sure we...
that it's going to work.
Yeah. Every time I do a live stream, I start one way too early and have to delete it. Just starts before I'm ready, so...
It seems like it's working just good. No, just great.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Happy St. Valentine's Massacre Day!
What's that?
Al Capone? Chicago?
Oh,
yeah. Sorry. It was on Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I didn't know if
Valentine's
I knew
Day
that.
Massacre, yeah. I was a history fan.
Don't shake the table.
Oh, yeah, I need to not do that.
It's
Don't
like,
shake the table!
it's really sensitive.
Yeah. Can't do it. About a minute or less, and it's officially 10:30.
Well, at least we know the live stream is up and running, and I guess they can hear us. You can hear us okay, right, Jennifer?
Yeah, it is delayed, so she will, if she responds, it will be a few seconds later. Yeah, she says yep.
Awesome, thank you.
Aside from that, should we ask if the volume is good? Is it too low or too high, or... You know what I mean?
Well, I think that would be included.
No.
But
You know,
you guys...
there is one person who is always concerned about the level of the volume.
Oh, that's me, though. He says that I shout everything I say.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not shouting, but
Nope.
I want to make sure I speak clearly. Yeah. Just right, she says.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent. It's 10:30. And I just got like this uncontrollable ringing in my ears. Thank you, sinuses. Just went beep. There's ringing going on. I might need to pop my ears.
This is a really great live stream so far.
It is awesome, isn't it? Totally awesome.
Contrary to what it may look like, we do have an agenda for the live stream.
You got a list. Things to do, to say.
And things to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So. Well, there's 3 people now.
There's 3 people. Who's the...
We don't know.
Oh, there's a...
We don't know unless they say something.
There's a silent passenger.
You can be silent on the live stream if you want to be. You didn't know that?
Yes, that's true. I do know that. I wonder who that is. It could be someone who's in the present typing and just hasn't sent their message.
We have 5 people now.
Yeah. Excellent.
Hello, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We are love streaming. Hey, Sumner's here. That was loud.
Okay.
Sumner is here. Hi, Sumner.
Hello.
Happy Retro Valentine's Day, she says.
Yes, there's a lot of retro going on back there.
Yes, actually, Sumner, I printed out the Valentine that you sent me earlier, and I'm going to show it along with other ones later on. Johnny's here.
Hey.
From John Spike Explores, another awesome YouTube channel.
And who's Inferno Keep?
That's Dominique.
Okay.
Stop trying to stalk me, Sir Daniel. Let me lurk in peace. He was the lurker. Dominique likes to lurk. He's always been that way, the quiet one.
I have to know.
I remember. So, alright, well, let's officially start. Oh, we lost someone already.
Oh, it happens.
Wait, they're back. Okay. Alrighty. Well, again, happy Valentine's Day night.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day night.
We are love streaming. Haha, that's a cute little pun, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Love streaming from my kitchen. You may be able to see that I do have a display set up behind me of retro items, and I'm actually going to take the camera out of its little holder and talk about some of those super fun items and give you a closer look.
You're going to do that now?
Yes, okay. I think I am going to do it now.
Okay.
So
I'll flip that light so that we get a proper lighting on the display over there.
Oh, no. Woo! There's my face, really. Okay. We got it. We got it straight here, people. Okay, so I have taken down all the old lady plates and things like that and set up a bunch of retro stuff that I have from different eras. Most of it's from the 80s, because that's, I guess, my favorite retro era. So I also have some books and things that I'll show in just a second, but down here on the first row, we've got some fun stuff here. We have Hershey's Kisses guys there. We've got Garfield. Everybody loves Garfield. Check him out. He's love struck over there in the corner. Then I have this really weird thing right here. Apparently this is the Valentine's Day alien with those crazy shiny eyes there. Not quite sure what era that's from. I think it's newer, but it's just so weird that I had to include it there. It's not every day that you see a Valentine's Day alien. So moving up here, Mrs. Pac-Man, how cool is that? Call me sometime. I love that. Lots of little doodads and stuff. Who knows who this is? It's from a 90s Nickelodeon show. Who knows? I can give you a hint. It's Doug Funny's girlfriend. Who knows her name? So other stuff we've got a California Raisin Lady, Be Mine, and we got Cupid wearing sneakers, Patty Mayonnaise. We have a winner, Robin Sumner, or Sumner.
I think Jennifer said it first.
Oh, I missed that. Actually, Jennifer said it first. I did not see that. But 2 people knew it, and that is correct, Patty Mayonnaise. Does anybody know whose horse this is? I know that Sumner knows this. And then we've got Lucy right there in the corner there. This is actually a little bank from the 80s. That's German right there. That means I love you in German. Yes, Jennifer is on the ball too. That's Starlight, Rainbow Bright's horse. You are correct. So then if we go up here, we have Ziggy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ziggy. I was trying to explain to Daniel who Ziggy was. He was a cartoon character, and he's always kind of getting the short end of the stick. He's always kind of down on his luck. But he is looking snazzy there in his Valentine's Day suit. So we've got a crocheted heart here. Probably someone's grandma made that a long time ago. Hello Kitty, of course. We've got Care Bears. And there's Ziggy in his pajamas. In the top row up there, we have Raggedy Ann and Andy, Valentine's Day, 1979. And more Ziggy. And we've got some beautiful flowers here. I wonder where they came from.
Somebody. Some guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So those look nice in the display here. Hey, will you hold it for a second? Because I want to show this little thing down, the Sweet Secrets thing. So you don't need to see me, but just my hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these.
Okay. You keep moving it way up and I'm going,
So this is a Sweet Secrets playset, and it's kind of like Transformers for girls. That's what I called it earlier. I mean, it's different, but I had this when I was a kid. This is marked 1984 Galoob. But you can like tuck her away in her little compartment like that. And then I didn't show what it does before this, but I did it backwards. But it makes a little hairbrush. But then when you take the hairbrush apart and you open this, you stick this in here, it's a little bed. And you gotta make the doll again. Oh, I forgot the foot. There's the foot, and you can see it says Sweet Secrets. So I'm old. I had this in 1984. Oops, I was supposed to be making her, not putting her up. But yeah, so then she goes in her little bed. That's so cute and so retro. Has anybody ever seen this besides me? There was all kinds of play sets, not just the bed, but there was all kinds of furniture and different things and all kinds of dolls, and different play sets.
Hey, Adam. Adam's here.
Okay. Hi, Adam.
Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, so over here we've got other stuff, other goodies to show off for today. Let's see. These are obviously candy tins or candy boxes. This one I have is Bugs Bunny, and it's from 1995, so like not that old, but 90s. This one is out now in grocery stores and drugstores and stuff. And I definitely had to have that because it's got Mario and Princess Peach. You will always be my player too. So had to have that. And then a couple years ago, there was a Ninja Turtle one. What else have we got up here? Those are retro Holly Hobby Valentines, probably from the early 80s. I am so retro. We still watch VHS here, at least me and my kid do. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with the Bernstein Bears. Got that VHS and that comic Valentine book. Stuff from the 90s here. Rugrats, Be My Valentine. We like to read all this old stuff. We have Sonic 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, The Secret Admirer. It's a good book. And here's a book on cassette. We also have cassette player here where we can listen to those. Here's some books I actually had when I was a kid. Valentine's Day things to make and do. I don't know if you guys had anything like this, but it was like crafts and stuff that you could do for Valentine's Day. And then this was actually my book from when I was a kid, kind of the same thing, only it had jokes and stuff in it too. My daughter and I, we read that every year. Hold it one more time if you would.
Like holding it on you?
On me, yeah. I do also have a collection of pins. Those of you who know me know that for every holiday I have multiple pins to celebrate the occasion. Here's a little Cupid. This is Avon. So people, they still do, but used to order stuff from the Avon catalog. They used to have a lot cuter, like kitschy stuff. Now it's kind of boring, but got that Cupid pin that's vintage. And Hallmark would give out these pins in the greeting cards that you bought. It would come with a little pin. So there's some right there. And I have this heart that's got a paper clip on it for some reason. That one also says Hallmark 1984. And I also, this is going to be hard to see, but I've got these.
Here, let me see if I can get in on it.
These are from the 80s. They're teeny tiny little.
It ain't coming up really.
They're like sweet tart or conversation heart little earrings. So you can see I have a lot of retro junk for Valentine's Day and for every holiday. Actually, this is one of the holidays I have the least stuff for. You may have seen my Christmas video. I'm kind of ashamed to say there's actually still Christmas stuff in the house because it takes me so long to take it all down. But the last thing for this segment, I guess, is a book I saved for last. It's called Monster Holidays. And we're going to attach the camera back over there and I'm going to explain this book a little bit more because it is just so cool. So let's put that back on there.
Yeah, you're going to need to flip it too.
It's right there.
Is that ring button?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay.
And then flip that light so we're not...
Back into the mood lighting.
Yeah.
Somebody gave you a private message there. No way.
Oh, that's Berserk Barista. She probably doesn't know I'm live streaming. Okay. We're back.
Yeah.
Okay, what are people saying? A lot. Oh, I should
Yeah,
read.
you're reading.
A lot of my videos I have are still on VHS. That's awesome, Adam. Sometimes
Very cool.
I think that I'm the only one still doing that. It's not just little kid videos that I have. For that, I also collect a lot of horror movies.
She does. Some good stuff too.
And that's a lot for the reason of the cover art.
Yeah. And some of the popular movies too. You've got a lot of just regular popular movies.
Yeah. The horror collection is the best though, because it's just like when the things came out on DVD, they had different cover art, or a lot of times the old ones were actual drawings, and then the newer ones are just some.
Right, and you know there are still some movies that I don't think they really made it to disc.
That is true as well. So there are some rare ones.
I mean, she knows I'm really into horror, and I've watched a lot. I mean, there's occasionally I'll find something, I haven't seen that one, I'll watch it. But I used to just go to the video store and just rent horror movies every week. That was my thing. So I've watched a lot.
Okay, so speaking of horror, well, it's not exactly horror, but...
well, it's the classic monsters.
Monster Holidays. Cassie says... Original Little Mermaid VHS before Disney caught it. Oh, you mean like the kind that looks almost anime? I have that too. And it has the real Hans Christian Andersen ending where she like turns into sea foam instead of living happily ever after with the prince.
Yeah, Adam says he has the original Thunderbird arm restoring stuff. It just moved. Storm still has original working 8-track. I'm not sure.
8-tracks are pretty retro as well. Yeah. I have some 8-tracks. I don't have an 8-track player. I do have a cassette player though.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the dirty drawing, that was the Disney version. I remember that whole debacle.
The naughty illustration.
Yeah, I remember that. I had that one in the 80s.
There were lots of things that went through under the radar in the 80s. Even Disney films, there's some stuff.
Oh yeah, there's stuff in like a bunch of different movies. Okay, so Monster Holidays. Now, this book is cool because it's not a Halloween book. It's about how monsters celebrate every holiday. So you may not have known that monsters do in fact celebrate Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day and Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Even.
Well, even monsters have mothers. And many monsters are Irish, so...
So we've got the segment here on Monster Valentine's Day. Now this book is even older than the 80s. I think I said 74. 74, so before either one of us were born.
Just before. Well, sort of, kind of.
You were almost born.
I was almost born in 76, technically.
Okay, well, closer to you than me.
Mm-hmm. Know what ghosts drive?
No. What do ghosts drive?
Yeah, it's delayed.
It is delayed. Cassie says her dad has a briefcase full of 8-tracks.
Mm.
Yeah, I got some 8-tracks from my dad too.
Boo pets. Oh my god.
Ha 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 ha. Good one. Okay, so we have here Monsters Valentine's Day. You can see the old drawings there. Even monsters like to get valentines. Here are some suggestions for Valentine greetings. Okay?
Okay.
So, for the purposes of this, you're a vampire, I guess. Happy Valentine, flapping bat. Above me like a flying rat. If you're near my house tonight, stop in for a little bite. So that's the vampire's Valentine. We also have two Frankie, meaning Frankenstein, of course. Two Frankie. Well, here's the picture. Pretty little Frankenstein, won't you be my Valentine? Your electrodes and shiny bolts zap me with 1,000 volts. Happy Valentine, dear monster. You will always be the one, sir. With your many borrowed parts, you will break a lot of hearts. I will now allow you to read the Wolfman segment.
Before we go on, Johnny noticed that we have 9 people in the chat right now, so you've like doubled almost. So.
Yay! It's all because we're reading Monster
Right.
Valentines. I mean, who wouldn't want to miss that?
Okay, and after this, we're gonna have to answer Daryl or try to guess Daryl's punchline to the joke.
Show the picture though.
Oh yeah, the Wolfman. If I showing it good. Yeah. Okay. All right. To Wolfman. Wolfman, I give you my heart. Please don't take another part. Suddenly I have a hunch. I'm not your love. I'm just your lunch. Werewolf, when I see the moon, I know that I will see you soon. With your growl and nasty whine, will you be my Valentine?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, Daryl asks, know how to make ghosts dance? No, we don't. How do you make ghosts dance, Daryl?
Ellen does sounds on this one.
Give
them a little boogie. These are some good dad jokes.
Yeah, you must be a dad. Oh, this is very good howl.
Yes, remember when you did it on the Anna Keese
Yeah, I did.
video? It was like pitch black dark and we hear
Yeah.
a howl and it was really creepy and it was him.
I do impressions, so there are some things I can do. And I have practiced wolf howls. I know that's, like, what a dork, he sits around practicing wolf howl. Yes, I have done that, so. Plus, doing...
Don't shake the table.
I know, I'm trying not to. Doing haunt stuff, like I have, I am also the person that generates a lot of the sound effects that end up on recording, so a lot of what you hear, I made the sounds and recorded them, so.
He's awesome at that.
All right. That was me talking with my hands. Yes, I'm originally from New York.
Okay. Let's see what else. We can't forget the mummy though. The mummy
Yes.
is in here as well. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
To my mummy, I would have to be a dummy not to like my lively mummy. With your stuffing all so gummy, happy Valentine, dear mummy. Mummy, please don't put your curse on my greeting, bad or verse. Just be a pal, mummy of mine. Be my gift-wrapped Valentine. Wah, wah. Your mummy can't give you a Valentine. He lost his heart in Egypt, along with his other innards. Give him a heart-shaped sticker and see that his heart is on the right place. Aw, he lost his heart in Egypt, Cassie, along with his other innards. It's sad.
Thanks, Johnny. By the way, I'm reading what you said to me. Yeah. You have to come and see our haunt this year.
We could probably convince him to
Be in it. Maybe, yeah.
More about that later, because we could do a whole live stream on the haunt, which
Oh, yeah, we need to do
we
that.
will do that later.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
want to...
Yeah.
Let's see. The last thing. Okay, here's the last thing, and then we will end the Monster Holiday segment. But we have a lot more after that. Okay. Well, let me show him first. When Cupid shoots his Valentine arrow at Wolfman, I hope he doesn't get too close. It could be love at first bite. Daryl should like that joke. Okay, so yeah, that was Monster Holidays. So, we're gonna move on to Retro Valentines. This is gonna be a fun portion of the evening. I have some Valentines to show you. Some are actual size of Valentines and some are blown up nice and big so you can see them. Some were sent to me today by people in this chat, so you may recognize something that you sent to me. I have several categories. And they're all retro or made to look retro in some cases. I have 80s characters, Valentines, and also spooky ones are kind of thrown in there. I have cheesy Valentines from the 50s and 60s, and then the most interesting category is creepy/horrifying top 5 countdown of Valentines. So I have found for you the most horrifying Valentines you can imagine that actually exist. They were Valentines made in the 50s or 60s, maybe the 40s. I'm not sure the exact timeline, but I am sure that they are horrifying and have strange connotations that maybe they didn't think about then, but we sure do now. So let's start out with the easygoing fun stuff, and we'll work our way up to the creepy.
Yeah.
Okay. See here. Okay, so you can hold.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we found some Star Wars. Of course, these are just printouts, but they're based on the real Valentines from the 70s. C-3PO has some Valentine greetings for you.
You may dispense with your pleasantry.
What does yours say?
I have to turn it around.
Have a happy Valentine's Day, or else.
Okay. Or else. Okay, this is Jabba the Hutt. You are commanded to have a happy Valentine's Day. So, what's that thing called?
That's Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb is there, but I'm disappointed that Princess Leia is not chained up next to him. That would have made it better, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Speeder bike with a biker scout have a Valentine's Day that's out of this world. Probably the best scene in Return of the Jedi. The speeder bike scene. Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's the best.
If you say so.
Or maybe the space battle.
But Leia falls off of her thingy.
Yeah, but Luke is, totally bad to the bone when he falls off and, he turns on his lightsaber.
Is that supposed to be Luke?
Yeah, that's supposed to be. It does not look like Luke.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like a girl dressed as Luke, but
it's supposed to be Luke and R2-D2, but the Luke is weird. On Valentine's Day, may the Force be with you.
I bet you I know why. I bet you those are unlicensed. Because if you do likenesses that really look like Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, the royalties that go out of control.
Well, this is a pretty close C3.
Yeah, it is pretty close, but the particular actors, though, they might not. It might have not done. Well, maybe I'm just talking out of my butt. I'll shut up now.
Johnny says that the Luke looks like Justin Bieber. He kind of does.
Oh my God.
Well, the old Justin Bieber. He looks different now, but wait.
Justin Bieber.
I should not divulge that I know information about Justin Bieber, but it does look like him when he was younger.
Daryl says, I want to see a Oompa Loompas meet the Ewoks movie.
That would be an interesting mashup, wouldn't it? Okay, so that, I guess, well, part of it could be considered the 70s, but I've moved on to Ninja Turtles. This is actually 90s, early 90s, 1991, to be exact. This one says, Valentine, your mondo to the max. So these were actual Valentines. I just blew it up large so you could see it. But these were what kids were exchanging in the classroom in about 1991. So that's kind of cool. I was a fan. I like this cartoon, but I really like the live action movie ones, especially the second one, The Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, the first two ones were really good, and everybody watched the animated cartoon. I think. Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze was really good, and my mom took me to see it. And I recently met the guy, I forget his name, but I went to a Comic-Con in Cherokee, and I met the guy who does the voice for Michelangelo in those movies.
Oh, yeah.
So
you remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, and he does other voices too. He did the voice for a dragon in a children's show that Annabelle knew. So he started talking to her in the dragon voice,
Yeah, I
and
remember
it was
you telling me
really,
about that too.
it was really cool. She enjoyed that. So I have another Ninja Turtle one. This one's funny. It says, "You have a pizza, my heart. Ha ha ha." Because if you're familiar with those guys, you remember that.
Pizzas are...
Yes, their
their
go-to food. Their favorite thing to munch on. Cowabunga!
That's right.
Johnny says he used to love exchanging of cards. Yes. I thought that was fun too in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do that?
Yes, we did. We all did that, yeah.
So.
And I think you were told you had to have cards to give to everybody in the class. And it was like a big deal. You know, your mother would have to bring it to the store, and you have to buy one of those big packs of all the different cards, and you'd have to address one to every person in the class.
Well, we still do that.
Yeah.
Because I just did it like.
Oh, really? So I don't have kids, so I have no idea.
With my daughter. But yeah, it's still pretty much the same. I mean, she spent forever doing it. She went to bed like hours late because she had to think about which Valentine would be the best for which kid and write all the names and actually don't know where it is. We will come across it. Oh, here it is. Because we were talking about that. She actually made you one.
Oh, she did.
It is to Sir Daniel.
Ah. I saw my name on that before and I didn't ask what it was. So I guess I have to open this on camera.
Yes, you do.
Ooh, it's got a little heart down there. Happy Valentine's Day, Warrior, and it's Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Which is Princess Diana of Themyscira. Yes, I know who Wonder Woman really is.
Okay. Well, anyway. She gave you that one because it says Warrior.
And it stops in middle school. Okay, yeah. Johnny's talking about the passing of the...
When it stops in middle school.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, like, we didn't do it that formal way, but I still, like, for my best friends, I would make special cards and I would, like, put stampers on it and stickers and stuff and bring them to school anyway.
I think... I don't remember doing it in middle school either, when I was in middle school. I think it was like an elementary school thing when I was younger.
When I was in middle school, you could buy a carnation for somebody and they would, like...
Yes, that's when that started. Nobody ever gave me a carnation.
I got bunches.
Never gave me a carnation.
But they were always from boys I didn't like, though. It was like the one
That was usually the
I mean,
way it went.
the one I liked wouldn't get
You
me
know.
one. But, like, some dorky kid, like, a grade below me that was, like, whatever.
I was a loner. I was a total loner.
Let's all comfort
I'm fine.
Daniel, because...
And there's no residual, like...
Okay. Anyway, but you got this
I did.
Valentine.
Yeah, that was very sweet of her.
Okay, so we've got many more here. This needs no introduction. Someone in the chat, let me know who this awesome furry guy is.
I love that show, by the way.
This was actually a sticker. Again, it's blown up really huge, but it's a sticker.
Yep, Daryl got it. Sumner got it.
Yes, it is Alf.
Yeah.
And this was
What does Alf mean? Right. His name is an initials for something. Yep, Daryl got it.
alien life form.
Yeah.
So this was trading card size. This was actually probably in one of those packs of cards you got from the show or from the from movies and stuff. And they would give you a sticker card, but this one just happens to be Valentine's Day. It says, "Be my Valentine," and he's got arrows that he's shooting at people. This has a year. 1987 Alien Productions, it says. So that's pretty cool.
It was a good year, 87.
I'm not even gonna ask because it would be really sad if people didn't know who this was. This, of course, is Garfield. And he says, "At least I like you better than Mondays." Because if you know Garfield at all, he despises Mondays. And he loves lasagna.
Daryl says he wants a Daisy Duke Valentine.
I do not have any of those, but if I did, I would gladly send it your way.
I will say the Dukes of Hazzard was a very popular TV show back in the early 80s.
So maybe it did have Valentines, but...
I'm sure they did, but...
You know what, though? I looked for E.T. Valentines and I couldn't find any.
You know, I remember having those and passing those out.
You did?
Yeah, I remember that. E.T. was really big.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Really big.
Well, that's why I figured that I would be able to find E.T. Valentines online, like someone.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Well, I do have this one. If you're on Facebook, I just posted this one not that long ago to advertise for the Lovestream. But, again, we all know who this is. At least I would think we do. It's Mario! Nintendo. And the cool thing about this is a set of Valentines I actually had and gave out. It says 1989 Nintendo of America. I picked this out at the store and I gave out Mario and Luigi Valentines one year. So I remember this one. It says, "You're the tops, Valentine," because he's climbing to the top of his little, what do you call it, vine thing there. So those are really cool. And if I remember correctly, they were stickers. So you got your Mario sticker when these Valentines were given out. The 80s rocked with the kids' movies. Goonies was one of my favorites. What did you just tell me about Goonies?
Oh, there's going to be a new TV show on Fox. The Goonies are casting for it or something right now. Obviously, it's because of the popularity of Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. Which, the Duffer Brothers, when they went to go do Stranger Things, it was either they wanted to do Goonies series or a Stand By Me. It was something like that. So, and they got turned down for it, so they tweaked the show and turned it into Stranger Things. So, obviously, this is coming off the popularity now of Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. It's like gone full circle. So, that's pretty, I think that's kind of, interesting.
So look out for that Goonies TV show.
Joker here. I blow my chance. And an Academy Award for you.
I think you just blew everybody's eardrums out. Sorry if you're wearing headphones.
Gremlins and Short Circuit, good movies. Yeah.
Yes, I have all of those.
Johnny Five. Yeah. And what was Goonies? And I have a lot of favorite 80s movies. But I think if I was gonna pick one that sort of was like exemplary of the 80s for me, it is definitely Back to the Future.
It's a good one.
Yeah, and that, to me, that's like my favorite 80s film is Back to the Future.
And you've got that picture of you when you were a little kid with the
with a DeLorean. So.
And then we went and saw
one of the DeLorean props from
That's a video that I haven't released yet. When I was with him and we went to the Hollywood Cars Museum in Gatlinburg. And there was a DeLorean there and lots of other retro cars, so eventually I'll release that one.
Adam liked my impersonation. The new Joker movie was awesome. Yes, and neither of us have seen that Joker movie. And yeah, we'll be seeing that at some point.
This is pretty impressive, though. He would blow his chance at an Academy Award for you.
Which is funny because Joker won all the awards.
This is serious.
Oh, Teen Wolf was cool too. Yes, the Michael J. Fox one was good. Was really good. And the second one was okay.
Okay,
yes.
So here's one that was sent to me today. Sumner, are you still here? It doesn't have any words on it, but it is Rainbow Bright and the Color Kids, and it's Valentine's Day card that she found online and sent to me because she knows I love Valentine's Day. And she said, "Happy Retro Valentine's Day," and sent this to me, so that was cool. She's still here. So yes, so I like to see that today in Messenger. And she also sent me this one. Hello Kitty is kind of timeless. You know, she's still going strong, but she did come out a very long time ago. Started to gain popularity in the 70s, but actually was here and there in the late 60s. So she's been around forever. This is actually Hello Kitty and her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's name is Daniel. He's actually called Dear Daniel. So this is Hello Kitty and Dear Daniel. It's so cute. So Sumner also sent me this. Sumner always sends me the coolest stuff. Like my phone is always dinging with messages from Sumner, and I'm like, "Ooh, what has she sent me now?" She just like loves to find me all the cool retro stuff. So thank you, Sumner. Oh, there's more from Sumner. I forgot. All right, Sumner, you're not allowed to answer. Who knows what this is? This was a children's toy. It was also a show and books in the 80s. This little character was very popular with girls, but they also made ones for boys too. Well, I mean, anybody could have had any Popple, I know that, but they had like soccer players and rock stars and cool stuff like that, as well as the pink, like, girly ones. Anybody know what this character's called? It says, "There's nothing like the treat."
Yes, Inferno Keep. Yeah, Joker didn't win all the awards. It was Parasite, but there didn't they win 2 awards for Joker, which is very interesting that like comic book themed character won awards. So
it's not a Care Bear. A Care Bear is this. I mean, it was similar. That's a Care Bear. This is a Popple. Popples, and they folded up into a little ball. So I had a bunch of these. It was, it was early 80s, but they actually came out with these again in the 2000s. They look different, but they still rolled up into a ball and all that stuff. They came out with this show, actually. It was on Netflix at one point, the modern Popples. Again, they look a lot different from this, but like many shows, it also had a reboot, if you can believe it. But that's Popples. Here, hold this up for them.
okay.
That is also from Sumner today.
Let me back it up a little bit so I get it in frame.
So this is another character that was rebooted in the 2000s and has like a more modern TV show now. But this was huge in the 80s. The dolls, the shows, the music, the records. Who knows who that is? Surely someone knows. I know Sumner knows.
Even I know what this is.
Even Sir Daniel knows who this is.
Yeah, there he goes. Johnny got it.
Well, Johnny got it. He's got a daughter, even though this version is way, way past her time. But Strawberry Shortcake again did come out for current kids a few years ago. So can't wait. Be mine, Valentine. Thank you for all the cool Valentines, Sumner. and this one is marked 1987. And I don't expect anyone else to know this, but TCFC stands for Those Characters from Cleveland. They made a lot of stuff, including Care Bears. So we just made it through the 80s character retro cards, but we have more to go here in a different category. So we are gonna be, these aren't too bad, these are cheesy, and then some of them are kind of spooky or Halloweenish, even though they're Valentine's Day, which is kind of cool. They don't really do that anymore.
No, I'm not sure. I don't really check everything, so.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna go out and see something.
Well, you're not gonna see that, yeah.
We are, I guess I'm gonna kind of warn viewers that, like, we're gonna go, like, I don't know, maybe like sort of PG-13-ish.
Well.
You think it's gonna be worse than that?
I think it'll be fine. Yeah.
Because
we're all adults here, so it's, you know.
Because some of these have strange connotations that we're gonna kind of hint at or outright say. With the cheesy ones, there's a little bit of that, but when we get to the creepy ones, there's really going to be some underlying themes going on there, so...
A little bit adult, almost.
Yeah, so if you don't like that kind of stuff, you know, it's not going to be that bad. I just want to give people a heads up that is kind of going in that direction. I'm talking too loud? I'm talking too loud. That's like my thing that Jay keeps telling me about from JP Videos.
Yeah, that's a good vibe.
He's like, you talk too loud. You gotta be more quiet. So like I'm supposed to be working on that. Thank you, Daniel. Okay.
Heath Ledger was. Yes, Heath Ledger was awesome. Sorry, we're having like jokers talk. Him and I must be Bat fans, so.
I can see. Yeah. Okay, so for the cheesy Valentines, which is the category we're in now, these again are from maybe the 40s to the 60s. I'm not really sure of the timeline. But the first one is sort of spooky themed, and it says...
Okay, a little bit more. There we go. There.
It says, Valentine, what's the secret formula? You drive me batty! And I actually sent this one to him because I like bats.
Actually, we both like bats.
Yeah, so it was a good Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah.
But just look at her face.
She got the fangs.
Yeah. Interesting. So this one's just cute. Oh, Daryl doesn't think I talk loud.
Okay, well.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I think, though, some people that are wearing headphones, I'm especially loud.
Yeah,
that's what I've been told.
You just talk your normal volume, you should be okay. You know?
I'm loud-mouthed. You don't want to say anything to that?
She's not really.
Okay, so we got these robots. He said that they kind of reminded him of the Tin Man.
Yeah, from Wizard of Oz.
And it says, you put my control panel out of order. So that's cool. Cute, cheesy, what have you.
Yeah, Daryl says you're just an excited person.
Well, thank you, Daryl. Appreciate that. Okay. This one's kind of blurry. Okay. This one says, accordion to my heart, I love you. Aw, that's nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wah, 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 wah.
You want me to do that one?
Alright, yes, you can do this one.
I sent it to you anyway.
Yes,
so.
he sent me this one For those of you who don't know, he is the curator of the Scottish Tartans Museum in Franklin, North Carolina. The only one of its kind in the U.S. There's one in Scotland, right? Where is it?
No, there isn't one.
Well, what's the thing in Scotland that's being renovated?
Oh, it's just haven't even opened up yet.
But it's going to open?
It was supposed to be this year, but...
Okay, so it is the only one in the world for now.
Yeah.
So, this is a Scottish Valentine.
Right. The sweetest thing, or the sweetest wee lassie. I sound like Scotty from Star Trek when I try to speak in a Scottish accent, so I don't generally do it too often. So, you're the sweetest wee lassie that ever I knew. And I'm reading it through the back. So I'm trying to... So I bought this big love pop. Is that what this is?
Yes, we don't know what that means.
Especially for you. I'm not sure what that means. It's got to be something from a while back. But
it's Scottish in the outfit and everything.
What's funny is that his kilt is really short. And on his sporran, that's this horsehair pouch here, on the cantle, which is the metal part up here, they've got a smile on it, which is really weird.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's
it does have a smiley face.
It's really weird. Now, there are sporrans that are what we call full face mask sporrans, which are animal heads facing out right there. So I don't know if that's what they were trying to do with that. It doesn't make any sense. It's just funny to me. So, all right, moving on.
Franklin, North Carolina is in western North Carolina, the mountains. It's about an hour west of Asheville.
Yeah.
So the Tartans Museum is the only one in the world. You can come there to learn about some family history and your last name and tartans and kilts, and I work there too now. Yeah. People don't really know that, but I'm working in the gift shop.
Right. If you're really curious, look us up on Facebook. Go look us up on our webpage, just Scottish Tartans Museum. So, yeah, find out. And if you really want to learn more, call us or email us.
So we got another spooky one here. It has a nice message. You're the light of my life, but that person is looking a little bit haggardly and spooky around the eyes there, especially like a witch.
It kind of reminds me of the makeup jobs they used to do on the ghost women in like the Edgar Allan Poe movies with Vincent Price in them. Oh, and I shook the table again, and I should have done that. But
okay, so this is a reproduction, but I just included it because whoever made it tried to do it in the style of the old Valentines. And it says, "Let me get all up in them guts." And of course it has Michael Myers cutting a little pumpkin there. I just included it because we like Halloween stuff. And it's a Halloween Valentine. I mean, that's cool. I think it's cool.
And another thing is haunts are starting to do Valentine's haunts now. Mm-hmm. So
we went to a Christmas haunt.
We did. We went to a Christmas haunt. And honestly, I kind of looked to see if there was a Valentine's haunt close by, like within an hour and a half's driving distance, but none of the haunts were reopening for that. I did. But I know, crazy things to do on Valentine's Day.
Johnny has a crush on this. He said she's hot. So we gotta let him
tweak her.
We gotta let him get another look. Okay, we got Krampus.
Or Krampus.
Krampus. Valentine here, German. right there. It doesn't. I don't know what it says, but it.
Let me see if I can. It's the first word I can't read. Udvorslet. Udvorslet a Krampus Bowl. I did take German in college, and it was like almost 20 years ago, but anyway.
Yeah.
I wish they had done that in print. I would have been able to read that a little, and not in cursive.
So he's like carrying a heart and like switches.
Yeah,
he's gonna
right.
whack you.
Yeah, that was the thing. He would, take the bad kids, whip them with the switches.
So he's gonna do that for Valentine's Day too? They can't catch a break.
Not in Germany. not in Deutschland.
So, this one, this is a mermaid. This is a small one. And it's very cute, but it says, maybe I'm all wet, but say you'll be my Valentine. That's sweet, right? I mean, I don't know. It's cute. I don't know what anybody else might be thinking, but that was an actual Valentine from
apparently.
Like the 50s.
Apparently.
Moving on. These might be reproductions, and I didn't cut them out. I just left them on here, but it's the monsters, the famous monsters, except what is that?
That's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
The creature from the Black Lagoon. I've never seen that.
Good one.
So, here's what it looks like. The famous monsters. And they've each got a different saying.
Creature's also right up there, too.
Frankenstein says, I'm stuck on you? What's on his hands?
You know what? I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. It looks like cobwebbing or something.
And Dracula says, I want you. The creature from the Black Lagoon says, we'd make a splash together. That's nice. It kind of makes you want to go hang out with him. Would that be dangerous?
Well, I mean, the creature gets a bad rap. It's like men want to kill him. It's the men that want to kill him. And I think the lady was kind of okay with him because, he kind of had a thing for the lady.
Okay. Frankenstein, again, it says, I dig you. He's dead.
Right. Well, he's made from, corpse body parts, so that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Then the Wolfman says, I want to hold your claw.
Yeah. Paw would have been better, but.
The Dracula says, you're my type, and he's like sucking a blood bag, so that's pretty cool. The Frankenstein says, let's be friends. He was always trying to be friends with like little children.
Right, and that actually kind of goes with that scene in the movie where he throws the little girl in the water, doesn't realize that she's gonna drown.
The creature from the Black Lagoon says, I flipped over you. And then the Frankenstein says, you set my heart aflame. So, yeah.
Johnny says, I would love to go to the real Dracula's castle. Absolutely. Yes.
That would be cool.
Yes. And there have been vampire movies that are filmed on site. There's vampire movies that are filmed in a different castle, but in the general vicinity. But yeah, that would be a really cool exploration. Would be Vlad's castle, the Draculs.
Put it on the list.
Bucket list.
Yeah.
It's a big bucket list.
So So the last one we've got in this category before we move on to the disturbing and creepy, horrifying category is this one. It says, I feel it in my bones. You're my Valentine. Cute, right?
Yeah. And Johnny, right, Romania. I think Romania. Yeah, Transylvania.
So that's that category now. This next one is actually going to be a countdown from like least disturbing to most disturbing.
Yeah. Well, some people might find that one the top one because some people don't like those.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's. Yeah. I mean, I'm not an expert, but it's my opinion.
I agree with you. It doesn't bother me either.
And I mean, there was like kind of a tie for number one, but I just had to go with one of them. So, here we go. Let's see if it's actually 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No,
okay.
6, good.
So it's actually going to be a top 6 countdown from least disturbing to most disturbing. But they're all disturbing in some way. Again, these are actual Valentines. Retro or vintage Valentines from anywhere from the 40s to maybe the 60s. These are not reproductions. They're actually ones that went out in circulation. And like we were saying earlier, they were meant to be cutesy, but just the way that we take things now in modern day, they just don't come off the same way as they used to.
Right.
So I don't think they were meant to be weird, but they are by today's standards.
Right.
So, number 6 is a message of love. It's not so bad, but it is a clown, and we know that.
And you know, some of it's the gestures too. What's with the finger? What does he mean with the finger pointing up? And then is that an apple? Is that what that's supposed to be? Or is it tomato?
That's an apple, I think.
And yeah, see, I don't know. I mean,
look at his eyebrows too, the way and the tongue.
But you know, it's the old like corny clowns and stuff like that. It just really freaks some people out. You know, just the simplicity of them.
So
it don't bother me.
That's number 6. Look at on that one. The chat doesn't move.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, what is it? Yeah.
Okay, so that was 6. Number 5. It's got a little boy and a pocket knife. I mean, it's not so bad, but it says, "You were just cut out to be my Valentine." See the point? So again, it's not so bad, but it's just kind of weird. Like, you were cut out, and it's kind of nice to be my Valentine. His face isn't too bad, though.
No.
But he's like,
I just think that one's just odd.
Yeah.
More than anything. It's just...
The way he's pulling out that other part is kind of weird. Okay. So, number 4.
Yeah, this one is a little...
It is a strange looking lady with a very long giraffe neck. And some interesting teeth there. So it does just look weird, but the funny part is what it says. It says, "Valentine offering to my boyfriend." So, I guess chicks were sending this to their boyfriends in the 40s.
Well, you know, dental care wasn't as good back then. And,
look at the neck!
There wasn't any, you know, acne medicine or anything like that, or what the heck's going on? I don't really know what's going on with that. It is so odd.
You wouldn't like to receive this, Valentine?
Well, I kind of wonder.
You'd wonder if there was, like,
Yeah.
evil things to come? Alright, well, okay.
Oh, that is weird. This next one. The baby policeman.
So what are we on? 3? This one says, I aim to please you, my Valentine. It's got a big old gun.
Baby, hold the gun.
And it's like a
policeman.
baby. Yeah, it's a baby. A baby policeman.
But that just goes to show how times have changed.
I aim to please you. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's a different one. Oh, this one. This is...
Okay. Alright. Leave the chat now if you're easily offended.
Or just cover your eyes for like a minute or something.
I'm gonna wait a moment because there's a delay.
Yeah. The gun is bigger than him. Yeah, the gun is bigger than him.
Dang, another hot pic of a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
John's on the
Yeah.
take
It's just...
for... He likes this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is got... Is that a boy?
It looks like...
Have to be a,
I can't really tell, to be honest with you.
It's got this boy, and he's like... What is he supposed...
Can I say it? Can I say it?
Well, yeah.
It looks like he's cow shagging.
It looks like bestiality.
Yeah.
Yes, we know. Yes, that is true. But what was it supposed to be back then?
I guess it was an acceptable practice. I know...
No, not bestiality.
Shagging farm animals.
He's just trying to, like, control it or something.
I don't know, but it's like he pulled his... It looks like he's not wearing pants. That's the thing about it.
I think those are pants.
But they look almost flesh tone. That's the thing that really is weird about that.
Okay. This one is weird, okay? It says, my Valentine, can't I bring you to your knees too? And the cow bull thing is saying, love me. That's another weird part.
Yeah. We're going to have to laminate that one and put it away. Because that one is like... It's like you almost don't want to lose that. It's just like... What were they thinking? Yeah. Johnny's like, I agree, that's really sick.
Well, I'm going to send it to you in the mail. Anonymously. Well, I guess you would know.
Yeah. He's gonna know now, that's for sure.
Like,
even if you don't have a return address,
like
he's gonna know.
He gets this in the mail and he's like, who sent it? I don't know.
Yeah. Some people will not be sleeping right tonight. After that. Can't get that image out of my mind.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, this one's also just
back when
weird.
the sense of humor was not offensive. Butthurt, yes. This is an era of butthurtedness. Okay, so it was a tie kind of for number 1, but technically this is number 1 in the most creepy and disturbing category, although I think people might make arguments for this one. However, the final one we have here has got a very freaky lady, which John will probably think is also hot. We've got her here with her walleyes, and it looks like she's got like half a mask on or something. And
yeah, I can't quite tell.
it's like she's a jester almost.
Yeah.
It also looks like she has to go to the bathroom. But it's weird, yes. It just looks weird, but the most disturbing part about it is what it says. It says, I don't want you to be my brother. I want you to be my Valentine.
JP just got here, and he's commenting on how he likes my shirt. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt that.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah,
well,
but this is like the incest one here.
Yes,
it's weird.
We just had bestiality, and now we've moved on to incest. Again, this one says, I don't want you to be my brother. I want you to be my Valentine. So just take that in. Can you, those of you who have sisters, can you imagine your sister sending this to you?
I mean, if it was from maybe Game of Thrones, it might be okay. There's some incest in the show.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, some of them have probably seen it. They know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is weird. This is really weird.
Yeah. So that was number one. Which one do you guys think is the weirdest? We've got the bestiality one or the incest one. Which one is number one for you?
The cigarette hanging out of the mouth. Which one has a cigarette hanging out of the mouth?
None.
Isn't the... was it the last one? Was it the boy?
No.
Yeah, none of them have a cigarette hanging out of their mouth.
The guy in the kilt had a pipe.
Oh, yeah, he had a pipe,
not
but
a
that was a
cigarette.
while back, though. I mean, this is just a very recent comment. Yeah, Johnny, the cow one is definitely the first one. Beastie. Hey there, JP. Yeah, everybody's saying hello to JP.
Uh-huh.
The kissing cousins, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. We went through all of them. We had 80s characters. And then we had the cheesy, cutesy ones. And then we had the disturbing and horrifying ones.
Yeah.
So, happy Valentine's Day! Have a card about bestiality.
Right. How are we doing here on our list here?
Well, we have Mad Libs coming up now.
Okay.
And this will be exciting for you because you're a Mad Libs virgin.
Yes, I am.
And there may be some of you out there who also do not know what Mad Libs are. Which is sad because they are awesome! And I am a huge fan of Mad Libs. And if you've known me for a long time, like Sumner and particularly Dominique, because we used to do them at the library a lot, you will remember my fondness for Mad Libs. Sumner loves Mad Libs. So I have tons of Mad Libs. I'll show you my stack.
I'm just now seeing what Dominique said about a bunch of people put messages in here before we went to the Mad Libs. But yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I have tons of Mad Libs because they are so much fun. And Sumner, I actually got Golden Girls Mad Libs. They're not in this stack. They're somewhere in the house. But we'll do those maybe on another live stream because today I have Valentine's Day kind of themed Mad Libs. I have one that's adult Mad Libs. Test your relationship IQ. I have Mad Libs in love. And then I also have Dear Valentine's Letters Mad Libs, which are kind of children oriented, so I'm thinking maybe we won't do those. But I've kind of flagged some here that we thought were particularly good. I'm going to do the first one with Daniel. Or, you know what we could do is kind of like let you do it like with them. You know, so like you do some of the words and they do some of the words too.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. They might be a little more witty than me on some of these.
So if you're not familiar, what this is it's like fill in the blank. Looks like this. And the person who's holding the book will say to the other person, give me an adjective or give me a noun or body part or name of person or something like that, and then the person answers it and the first person puts it in without reading the story to them or saying anything about the story. And then you get to the end and you read the story with the things that the people have put in the blanks, and it usually ends up being funny. And I like to do dramatic reading. Something that's what I used to do when I worked at the library. Dominique probably remembers. I would do very dramatic Mad Libs reading. So you're gonna get to brush up on some of your skills from English class.
Which mine are really bad, by the way. I didn't know you're a curator. Yeah, they're bad.
Well, we've got like, you know, adjective is a describing word. Noun is a person, place, or thing. Plural noun, you're just adding an S. It's fun! I promise it's fun! He's we're in school now.
It was like 30-something years ago.
Okay, we will get through this, and viewers, you are going to help. So is there anybody else that's done Mad Libs before besides Sumner and Dominique? Anybody? Because this could be a lot of Mad Libs virgins. We're going to let you guys choose what book to use first, and then maybe from some of the titles in them. We have adult Mad Libs. And then we have Mad Libs in love. So, which one should we start with? Adult Mad Libs or Mad Libs in love?
Okay. And we gotta wait for them to
catch up. Yes, there's a delay.
We got one for adult. You got any more votes? Come on, people. We got how many people? 7 people. 2 for adult. If we get 4 to say adult, then we're doing adult. 3rd for adult. Okay, we're doing adult.
Okay. We're in adult Mad Libs, but now we have to decide between the titles, and I've got 3 here to decide from. Okay. Number 1, these are the titles of the ones that we're going to try out. And we can do more than one, but let's decide from these 3 for the first one. The first one selection is called, Is He Just a Jerk? Is he just a jerk? The second one is called, Are You Still Hung Up on Him? It's an age-old question. Are you still hung up on him?
Good night, JP. He says he can't stick around.
He probably is scared to do Mad Libs.
Yeah. He says this is 100 times better than the last one.
Yes, I know. Everyone's disappointed. I'm not streaming with Car Baby right now. And kick you out. Get him in here.
Yeah.
And the last one, Is He Mr. Right? Okay. So, the choices again. Is he a jerk? Are you still hung up on him? Or is he Mr. Right? Which one should we do? Is he a jerk?
Hung up.
Are you still hung up on him?
Or
is he Mr. Right?
Mr. Right. Okay. I like the last one. That was Dominique.
So we have
1 for Is He Mr. Right?
Live stream.
he likes the live stream. Is he Mr. Right? 1 for Are You Still Hung Up on Him?
Somebody likes number 2.
So let's get a tiebreaker. It's Is He a Jerk? Are You Still Hung Up on Him? Or Is He Mr. Right?
Okay, we got like a vote
One.
for 1 vote for each one. We need 1 more or like some more votes to kind of break this up.
Sumner, are you still here? You vote.
Number 2. So we got 2 for number 2.
Mr.
And
Right.
2 for Mr. Right. Okay, so we got 2 that are tied. The second and the third one.
I think we're just going with Mr. Right.
Okay.
Because it's getting too drawn out.
Okay.
We are going with Is He Mr. Right? You know, we've only got 7 people in the stream, so it's like on other channels like JP Videos, when he asks for an
It's like-
opinion, it's like,
Can't even read them.
yes, no. Or like for food, it's like salty, sweet, salty,
Yeah.
salty. And like, he's like, okay, I know. But for us, it's a little more challenging with just the 7 people, but we can do
Right,
it.
right.
Yeah. All right, so we've got Is He Mr. Right? So I'm going to ask a couple specific ones to Sir Daniel. And then I'm going to ask you guys, and I used to do it this way when I did it with groups. I would just take the first word that I heard out of somebody's mouth that was correct for the category. But when I say noun to you guys, it's going to be whoever comes up with a noun first in the chat that I write in.
All right.
So, is he Mr. Right? And we are starting out with a noun, which is a person, place, or a thing to refresh everybody's memory. Now, place, I will let you know that place usually doesn't work in the blanks.
Right. Let me think here. Because I'm going first, right?
Yes.
And you need a noun. And it's about Is He Mr. Right?
You don't need to think about it in accordance to Mr. Right. You just don't.
Oh, it's true.
We know the title, but that should not affect your answers. You're not trying to craft your answers to make sense into this. Actually, it's funnier when they don't make sense. Okay?
Right.
So don't. Just give me a noun.
I feel so. Person, place, or thing.
The pressure's
Phone.
on.
Phone.
Phone.
Yes, I looked down at my cell phone to come up with that.
Okay, the next word is adjective. An adjective is a describing word or a descriptive word, and this is for the chat. So people in the chat, whoever can come up with an adjective, a describing word, any describing word. So like, you can be funny, like stinky or gross or a color. Oh, blue. As I was saying, color. We have a color. Okay, back to you. Noun.
Noun.
Again.
Noun. Jim. That's a name. Not really a person. Well, it's a person, right? Can you use it like a person's name, or would that work?
An object is usually
Better.
Yeah, I should
Table.
just say
Table.
Be creative, people. All right.
I'm the worst one. At
We
this.
have an adjective again. Another adjective, and we've got some that have already come up, so I might just pick one of those. We have superb. Okay, back to you with a noun. Okay, try to think of like a weird thing. Like some object that's like I don't know.
Air compressor.
Okay.
Why I came up with that, I have no idea.
Okay, to the chat, we have a number. And I'll give you a clue. Usually the higher it is the more humorous. So let's hear your big numbers. I hate the delay. 69! We're going with 69. In the adult Mad Libs.
Two people said the same thing.
That's we see what's on the dude's mind. 69 it is. Adjective. That is a descriptive word.
Fantastic!
That works. Okay, we're back to the chat. We're moving right along now. We have plural nouns. So, usually it's best to just go with the object. And it's plural, so add an S on the end. That's to the chat. Plural noun, please. Pointing at the wrong thing.
Clowns.
Clowns. I'm gonna go with clowns.
Oh, there's also cars are in there too.
Going with clowns.
Wagons.
Oh, verb.
Verb, I get a verb.
Do you remember what a verb is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, just checking.
Punch.
Punch. Punch is going near the clowns, so it might start to get scary.
Violent, yeah, I never know.
Okay, oh goody. The chat, the word to the chat is part of the body. Plural. Make it good. Don't say elbows. You can do better than that.
We're actually keeping this pretty clean so far, with the exception of number 69.
Oh yeah,
Noses.
Noses. Diaphragm.
Legs.
I'm being kind of picky choosy now.
Yeah, you are.
Alright, I see noses first, so we'll do noses.
Okay.
Okay, back to you with the noun.
With a noun.
What?
Yeah,
Medulla oblongata, I think is what he's trying to say.
Noun. Let me think. I'm trying to think of something cheeky.
He's trying to be respectful.
Yeah. Vibrator.
Ooh! Taking it,
I'm bad.
yeah, taking
Very
it a little,
bad.
R-rated?
Taking it up a notch.
I don't know. It's probably...
Joining number 69.
Okay, anyway. Vibrator was the last word. In case, I hope your mom's not watching.
Oh my god.
She liked the post.
Yeah, well.
It's not that bad. I mean, vibrator is like a back massager, right?
Oh my god, is there a story there now?
Okay. Anyway, adjective for the chat. We need more descriptive words. Adjective. To you guys.
Swiftly.
Swiftly.
One.
Swiftly is actually an adverb when it has an ly on it.
So swift then, maybe?
Swift could work.
What about out of it?
Adamant. guess that works. Okay, we've got one more for this, and then I will be reading it.
Oh, by the way, happy Saturday.
Oh, it's no longer Valentine's Day. Shutting down the live stream. The Lovestream. See ya.
On.
No, actually, we're going to keep going for a while because Mad Libs are just so much fun. We're on the last one.
Yeah, we are. Got one left.
Adjective.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, adjective. Whoa. Adjective for me. Great. Don't like that?
Do a negative
A
word.
negative word.
I'm just being bossy.
Well, horrible.
Okay. We are ready to read the first Mad Libs. Are you ready?
Let's have it.
Are you ready? Okay. It is entitled, Is He Mr. Right? He might be the phone of your life, but you're not sure yet. Let this blue test help you decide if you should go shopping for a diamond table or stop wasting your superb time. Which of the following describes your relationship? A. When you call him to make plans, he says, "Whatever you want, air compressor," then argues about it later. B. You both want a 69-bedroom house in a fantastic neighborhood in the suburbs and are hoping to have children and many clowns. C. He's non-committal. He adores how you punch with your noses, which most people find annoying. D. Your first name and his last vibrator make an adamant combination, right? Answer. If you checked A, you might want to start looking for a horrible guy. That's how Mad Libs work. That's not the funniest one I've ever heard.
We were very mild.
Yeah.
We waited too long to really, like, be bad.
Yeah, it's not as funny doing this with 40-year-old people than it is with teenagers. 40-something-year-olds. It was corny, but cool. Yeah, you know what? We're probably going to lose viewers now.
No, still at 7.
But, we're going to do it again. And we're going to go over to the Mad Libs in Love book, which has different ones to choose from. And I'm going to let you guys choose once again, and we'll do another one and see if we can get it to be a little funnier.
Okay.
Gotta be really creative and really weird and...
Yeah, be bad.
Bad, yeah. This is the Valentine's Day love stream, so you can say...
Naughty.
risque stuff if you if you like. Okay, so meet your dream person is the first choice. Meet your dream person.
Nothing's wrong with being 40-something. It's just you wake up every day with a pain.
I didn't say there's anything wrong with it. It's just hard to get them to be... Loosen up. Loosen up.
We're kind of 40-ish.
I'm not 40 yet.
Almost. You're getting there.
But
you're catching
like
up.
Almost mid-40s, and I'm not
Technically,
even 40.
you could say mid-40s for me.
And I'm not 40 yet.
No.
I still got a whole year, so...
Yeah, well, you got 11 months.
Meet your dream person. How can I tell if he likes me? How can I tell if he likes me? Fairy tales and romance.
I like that title there. Fairy tales and romance.
1 vote for fairy tales and romance. Oh, but we also have romantic movie blockbusters.
That could be really good too.
Okay, start over because I've got more than 3 here and I want to narrow it down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
So let's backtrack. It's going to be, how can I tell if he likes me? Fairy tales and romance, or romantic movie blockbusters for the next one. How can I tell if he likes me? Fairy tales and romance, or romantic movie blockbusters. You choose.
Yeah, it's on that delay. Yeah, they're still talking about being almost 50 and leaving the 40s.
Is there always a delay like that?
Yeah,
or is it just
it
because
is.
we're in the mountains?
No, it's just that way. Somebody said number 2. Which one?
Number 2 is fairy tales and romance.
Yeah, I kind of like that one too. But the movie blockbuster.
There's 2
one.
votes for romance and fairy tales. Would anyone else like to vote?
The 4th one, which was the...
Well, it's just 3.
Okay.
I narrowed it down to 3. How can I tell if he likes me? Fairy tales and romance, or romantic movie blockbusters?
So I guess by the 4th one, they meant the 3rd one.
Okay, movies. Or maybe he means none, and we should stop.
Now we should keep going. Was the 69th.
The 69th was...
Fairy tales. Okay, we got another one for fairy tales. So let's do the fairy tales one.
Okay. Yes, there is a huge delay. I am sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. We just have to wait.
Yeah, I think it is about 15 seconds. Yeah, it might be even more.
When I go on other people's streams, though, it doesn't seem like...
It could be your internet.
Yeah, we're in the boonies.
The bandwidth here in the mountains is really bad. Doesn't matter what your internet provider is everyone goes into the same hub in Waynesville, and they don't have good servers over there, so it's just bad.
Well, the last one I did, though, I don't think it was as bad as this.
It wasn't a Friday night.
And we were live streaming.
It was a weeknight.
Okay.
It was a weeknight. Yeah. See, the kids are home and they're up playing video games at night and they're tying up the bandwidth, and that's what it is.
What if it's like people watching porn?
Well, there's that too. You know, because people don't have to generally get up Saturday morning because stay up all night,
Okay.
play games, watch porn.
Moving on.
Okay. Set the tone.
Yeah. Fairy tales and romance is the the one we have next. Takes you a week to watch 60 minutes. Well, I guess right now, but those who want to watch the replay, it will be fine. Okay, fairy tales and romance. Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sir Daniel?
Mm-hmm.
You're ready and raring to go. It's past your bedtime.
Mm-hmm. There's no telling what's going to come out of my mouth.
Alrighty.
No telling.
Well, the last one was sort of boring, so we're gonna kind of like try to spice this one up a little bit. So you guys in the chat, you need to help. Okay, now.
G-string.
Oh my gosh. We're off to a good start. I wrote G strong.
G-string.
Okay. G string. It's getting late. We're gonna have to end the stream soon. Because we're like, woo. Alright. You can, noun, to the chat, noun. The first word used was G-string, so you guys can try to match that or top it.
You didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
No, I didn't, because you're vanilla. Proving me wrong, I guess.
There was something else I was going to say, but I might say it if I get another noun.
I'm sure you will. Okay, to the chat, it's noun. Noun, 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 noun. Person, place, or thing, but probably choose a thing. The chat's like dead.
Uranus.
Uranus. Uranus. Okay, adjective. To you.
Erotic.
It actually makes sense in the blank. Okay. Okay, back to the chat. We have part of the body, plural. Part of the body.
Got a couple more seconds yet.
Thigh.
Fine.
There would be thighs, yes.
Yeah.
Plural.
We'll just add an S to it.
Okay, you have got color.
Red.
Back to the chat. Plural noun again. Plural noun.
Cheeks.
Cheeks. Noun.
Now.
Oh, now's your chance.
Bum.
Bum.
As in butt.
I think we got it.
Okay.
Booty, also.
Yeah. Well, I'm going with the British.
The proper
Yeah. Bum.
form. Okay, back to the chat. You have a verb ending in ing. Verb ending in ing. So verb is an action word, in case you don't remember that from school.
I got one on my mind, but it's terrible.
He's getting feisty now. You guys, look out.
Banging.
Crapping, though. I'm gonna go with crapping,
Okay.
just because I kind of looked at the sentence,
Yeah.
and that's gonna go off better.
Mine was dirty.
Well, banging could be.
Mine might have been a little dirty.
We'll save it. Okay, because we're back to you, and it's plural noun.
Plural noun. Boobs.
That's like a middle school word. I can't be too impressed.
Or you can be boobies or
Boob. Going with boobies.
yeah.
Okay, back to the chat. We're about midway through this one, fairy tales and romance, and the chat has adjective. We need an adjective. We need a describing word here. Well, stop coming up with your good ones when it's their turn.
Yeah, I'm holding on to them in my head though for future. If they'll fit in. Furry. Somebody said bouncy, somebody said furry. Bouncy came first.
Okay, well, we actually need another adjective from you.
Okay.
Were you saving up an adjective?
Yeah. Slippery.
Slippery. Back to the chat. Moving right along now. Plural noun.
Plural noun.
Cassie said ew.
That's what happens when it's past midnight. Worms. Slippery worms.
That's not how it goes together.
I know, but it's funny that they follow each other.
Okay, back to Daniel. We have noun.
A noun.
Oh, you said... Oh, that's the proper word for it. It's not a bad word.
Yeah.
He said vagina, you guys. Was that too loud? My loud voice?
I don't know. The watching Bones, they have a lot of bugs and things. It's like two things going on at once with Cassie.
Yes, she was talking to me on the phone about watching Bones the other day, too.
Which I've watched a lot, of that show too.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
You know how I have seen like 0 shows? I actually used to watch that one.
Yeah, Bones, yeah. Yeah, the two leads in it were really good.
Sing it out? Oh, vagina? Was I singing it? Vagina!
Yeah, you did kind of.
Oh, just now I wanted it to come out like Annie. Like tomorrow. Like, vagina, What are we on?
Adjective.
Did we get one? Was that them?
I don't know. I don't know if you asked them.
Oh, wait, no, you said vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, getting back on track. Chat, we need an adjective. We need a describing word. She meant bones, but I sang out vagina instead.
Furry.
Furry. Okay. Daniel, you have part of the body.
Part of the body.
You've already used them all.
I haven't used them all up.
No, you haven't. There's actually lots more.
Part of the body.
Yes, part of the body. Oh my lord. I feel like giving away the beginning.
Belly. Stomach. Put stomach. Work.
I'm gonna let you see this one sentence.
Okay. Of the arse. A-R-S-E.
I know how to spell that.
For the others that don't.
Okay, I kind of cheated on the sentence to get out a funnier thing, but we had arse. Okay, back to the chat. We are almost done. We have 3 more before we will be reading this one. And to the chat, you have a noun. Noun.
Yes, I'm a cheater.
We cheated a little.
Boob. Someone said boob.
Boob? Boob! Daryl said boob.
Someone said bed. Because technically we already got boobs in there, don't we? Yeah, boobies, so. And noun. Bed. Will bed work?
Boob came first.
Boob came first. Okay. Somebody's like, seriously, Daniel?
That says Daryl.
Oh. From my distance, it looks like...
Yes, we told people to... I know we're getting kind of juvenile, but we're trying to spice up
We're trying to make it actually funny, because it didn't sound...
Yeah. The first one was a little too vanilla for my taste.
We'll use the word bland.
Bland. So we're trying to spice it up with this one. So we went middle school.
Yeah, it's been...
Alright, it's to you.
Okay.
Noun.
A noun. Neck.
It's not that funny, but I'm not supposed to be reading
Well,
it.
yeah, so we got one dull term in there.
Okay. Then, alright, we have, for the chat, the last word is an adverb, which is like a word that ends in ly, describing the way you do something like happily ever after, or what else would work?
Hurriedly.
Horribly.
Horribly.
Or hardly.
Hurriedly. Seriously. Shortly. Fastly.
Glaringly. Glaringly. Let's go with that. Savagely is good too, though. I'm being kind of picky now. I think I am going to use savagely because that really wraps up the story. Although I did like glaringly, Cassie. Okay, we're ready to read this one. We are hoping for better results than the last one. So now I just sit here and wait 10 minutes for the chat to catch up. Savagely is a good one. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you stoked?
I'm stoked. I haven't heard that word in a while.
Stoked? Well, I'm the Retromantic. I'm bringing back the verbiage of yesteryear.
1999?
That's yesteryear. That's 20 years ago.
Kidding. Teasing.
All right. Let's go. Fairy tales and romance. If a story begins once upon a G-string, you know you are about to read a fairy Uranus. It is amazing how these erotic stories remain indelibly etched in our thighs. Who can forget Snow Red and the Seven Cheeks? It's a classic. Beauty and the Bum. Or, my personal favorite, Little Red Crapping Hood. Fairy tales introduced us to the magical world of wicked boobies, big bouncy wolves, slippery wizards, and dwarves who wore funny worms. These remarkable stories taught us that the good always triumphs over the vagina and made us believe in the furry power of a kiss. Why not? One good smack on the arse could change a frog into a handsome boob, enabling him to marry the neck of his dreams and live, as it is written in all these romantic stories, savagely ever after. Round of applause.
So look at what Cassie last said.
Cassie's not going into this.
The mushrooms are wiping that one. Oh my god.
We did better on that one.
Yeah.
That was good. Thumbs up to you guys. And you.
In 4 minutes, we've been doing this 2 hours.
Yeah, we are gonna wrap it up.
Okay, I was just curious of how long we were gonna go.
We're gonna wrap it up. That was hot and steamy. Daryl was into it. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, these erotic stories, they remain indelibly etched in our thighs. I'm gonna remember that. Little Red Crapping Head, that was good too. And a good smack on the arse. Okay, I'm gonna keep this forever, a memento of this fine Valentine's night love stream. Yeah. What? Cassie asks us if we've been sampling the dwarf worms. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it definitely sounds like a kind of magical drug thing.
Oh my lord, dwarf worms.
Yeah. So we are going to be wrapping up the Lovestream shortly, so we've been at this for 2 hours. We had some good times. We started out looking at the retro stuff. We did the retro Valentines, and then we did the Mad Libs, and you are no longer a Mad Libs virgin.
Done 2 now.
So maybe it was some other people's first time too during Mad Libs, and if it was, we hope that you enjoyed it.
Daryl says bye. Battery is going.
See ya, Daryl. Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, have a good one.
Happy Valentine's night. Oh, technically we're past that now. But yeah, so that about wraps it up. Unless you guys have anything, we always kind of I like to ask you guys if you have any questions or if you want to say anything before we go. Feel free to do that now. Adam said that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Adam. We had fun too. And we're glad you were here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good night.
Yes. We got a heart from Cassie.
Yeah.
I know what I need to do. I need to talk for just 1 second, briefly about, John Spike Explores. I don't know if he's still here, but he's one of the moderators on this channel, and I recently went out to collaborate with him.
He's here.
He is still here.
Yeah.
He's still here. Thank you. We recently had a collaboration. We went to an abandoned school and an abandoned house. So we've got those videos coming up. More specifically, I'm going to be doing my first premiere on Wednesday. This upcoming Wednesday at 9 o'clock, and it's of my collaboration with John Spike Explores, and it's going to be the abandoned house that we went to. So that'll be a premiere again at 9 p.m. If you're not familiar with what a premiere is, it's where the video uploads at that moment, it's visible, and it's a chat, like a live stream. So as the video is playing, the people in the chat can be commenting on what they see and talking, and I will be there and John will be there. We can answer questions and just talk about the whole experience of exploring that abandoned house. So if you are free, please set your notification or your timers or whatever to come over to the Retromantic channel at 9 o'clock on Wednesday. It will be on my channel, the premiere. He's going to have a video of that experience as well that will, at that point, it'll probably already be up. We haven't quite worked out the details, but you should be able to go and watch his video before or after that premiere. I think the way we're working it out is that he's going to actually try a premiere for the abandoned school. So when we get to that, he'll be doing a premiere on his channel of the abandoned school, and my video will be available as well. So please look out for that. If you're not subscribed to John Spike Explores, please go over to his channel and subscribe. I'm assuming you guys are all subscribed to me, but if you're not, go ahead and do that as well and ring the notification bell so you know when my videos are coming out. I also have a Facebook page, And since I have such a small YouTube page right now, I'm at 130 something people, I can't use like community posts on YouTube. So I do all of my communicating with you guys over Facebook. So it is the Retromantic on there as well, and I'll let you know about upcoming videos. I'll remind you about their premiere, and I don't know when I'm doing another live stream at this point, but I do let people know about upcoming live streams through Facebook. I also have an Instagram, and I do the same thing on there, let people know what's coming up. I put different stuff on there. I have a lot of photography from the locations that I've been to on my Instagram. And then I think that's about it for the John Spike Explorer stuff, but I also want to let you guys know that Sir Daniel has a channel as well. His is Sir Daniel 1975, like all one word.
One word, yeah.
So tell him about your channel.
It is, I guess it's the variety channel is the way of putting it, but
it's not like mine.
it's not right. It's completely different. It's probably completely different from any other channel that's a variety that's out there. So a lot of what I've got on there now is music stuff, my trumpet related videos. I'm also have some videos that are going to be with some of our like outings that we've done, where we've gone to these tourism destinations.
Yeah, and he'll give a different perspective of
Right.
like what I put up, because our styles are pretty different, and it's kind of interesting to see the same place from a
Right.
different eye.
Right, and also we have an abandoned video that we did,
We do.
and I think I'm putting that up this coming week. So
I am not gonna be doing it
for a
that
while,
soon.
yeah. But I think I'm going to put it up when we did this abandoned video, it was at night.
It's a revisit, you guys. I went to this location with Jay from JP Videos. It is called, it's an abandoned prison in North Carolina, and it's a co-op. It's also was used as a co-op later on. Him and I went there last May, I believe it was, but we did a daytime adventure exploration. I wanted to go back, and he wanted to go back. So he had some ties to the place. So we went back, but we decided to do it at night, and let me tell you, that was quite a different experience from when I went with Jay. The video that Jay has up, I can maybe link to that at some point.
Yeah.
Is I'm in it with him, but again, it was kind of it was more, I don't know, like more the historical aspects of it. But with me and you, it was more like, we're creeped out. What was that sound? Oh my god!
And let me tell you, we don't get creeped out very easily. We don't. But it was at night. It was very cold, and it was very windy that night too. And everything is moving and blowing around and creaking, and it sounded like the whole place was either haunted or that someone else was snooping around there in the shadows while we were there, which wasn't the case. It was just the wind.
Yeah, but you heard me. I was like, I kept calling. I was like, if anybody's here,
yeah.
We're just filming. We're taking pictures.
So the thing that's really different with our footage is mine is in night vision, and hers is
with a light.
With a light on our camera. So it almost looks like a ghost hunt video that way with the night.
We didn't do any of that. I didn't do the K2.
Right. We didn't do any of it, but it just looks that way. So
the sounds came out really well. I was not sure if the sounds would be coming across, but they came out. Yeah. From what I've looked at my footage, it was creepy.
Yeah. So, and Dominique, said I have games on my channels too, and like band music. Yeah. I used to do online gaming, and I vid capped some of my stuff, so I have a lot of those on there. So, you could go back and watch those if you want. Some of those are some of my largest views.
It's got a lot of geeky stuff.
Yeah, I'm a big nerd. I mean, I am a big nerd. I've done some video experiment stuff with green screen stuff. I've also done some stuff where I've like recreated my version of like the opening TV credits for different TV shows. Like one I did was for the X-Files, and I did a Doctor Who one, and people seem to like those mostly, well, at least the X-Files one.
Geeky stuff.
Yeah.
But it's good, so go over there and check him out.
Right. Now, and the games I did, they weren't like these shooting games. They were Star Trek Online and Star Wars, so it's like it's not like stupid violent games. So they got a story to them, It's a little different.
Okay.
But yeah, somebody says, Cassie says fun, cool.
So we're the ones creeping everyone else out.
Yeah.
Were we being creepy there? Maybe we were.
Well, it was, and like I said, it was so cold that night too.
Yeah,
Your hands were like.
Yeah, it was freezing, and it was only November, and like we had so many hot days after that. But that one day,
it was like one of the first cold nights that we had. We did have Halloween that was very cold that night.
Yeah.
But our fall and winter has been very up and down, and mostly warm. Yeah.
But so. I don't have a timeline for when I'm gonna get that out because I've got some other things that I kind of pushed ahead of it. And I wanted to, and one of the reasons for that was that I wanted to get out some of my own abandoned stuff. Not that that was not my own, but again, it was a revisit to me, at least. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get a few things out before that. But I will have that out, eventually. We'll say, of course, I'll keep everybody up to date on that. I'm really trying to get the abandoned, stuff added to my channel. Because it's supposed to have had that element, but I've just kind of been sticking with a lot of tourist stuff and retro fun, which is awesome. But including the abandoned stuff was always important to me, so I'm just now kind of getting into that. And again, Johnny's helping me out with that. Got 2 more locations to add. And we do not have any concrete plans right now, but we've got some things we're working on and thinking about. We've kind of got our own list going. We're thinking about going up on a hike to see a plane crash, the remains of a plane crash, a plane that crashed in 1984, I think it is. So that's one of the things that we have not done yet, but it's on our list. So a lot of cool stuff coming up. Visitor channels. Mm-hmm. I think that's about all that I have to say. Yeah. What does cold have to do with being creepy? Just made the experience harder.
Yeah, because first off, I mean, you had to be there. You had to be there. Well, here's why. When you do, when paranormal investigators do research of places, cold spots are an indication of ghosts, according to what they say and stuff like that. But it was just so freezing everywhere.
Well, I found it hard to just do normal stuff. Like my fingers were frozen, my lips were frozen. I was trying to do that outro, and I was like, I can't feel my lips.
Yeah, and of course your nose is running because it's that kind of cold and very windy. It was uncomfortable. It was fun.
It was. Afterwards, I was like all hyped up.
Yeah, and we had to kind of sneak around to get in there too, which was.
Yeah, and it also there were changes too from when I visited with Jay. There was a lot of very apparent changes. I'm not going to give it away, but it was evident that someone was, I guess, who owns the property was there doing different things.
And you'll be able to see some of that, I think, in some of my footage.
It's definitely in mine.
I know it's in yours.
Without giving it away, we'll just let you know that when we walked up to the location, we
couldn't tell what it was.
Startled by something that we saw that was very different from when I went with Jay. So that's upcoming. Woo! Mm-hmm. Well, I think that we have done enough of blabbering on. We've been going on for over 2 hours, so we are going to wrap up the stream. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. I had a good time. Thank you to Daniel for being here. And thank you for to my moderators. I know we're a small group here, but I appreciate you guys being there. And I think that we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Good night, everyone.
So everybody have a good night.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning. Happy post Valentine's Day. I hope you guys had fun. Bye. That was long.
So now it's got to upload it, is what it does.
Yeah.